Welcome back to Everyday Car Guy and the Tesla Model 3 test drive. Let me show you just how easy this car is to drive and all the cool features that come standard in this model. It's a very easy driving car, very few buttons on the steering wheel. You can talk to the car and it listens very easily. You have two buttons on the steering wheel. The left one is for your music, your volume, changing stations, changing songs. The right one is for several things. One, if you're in autopilot, you can change the distance between the cars in front of you. It also controls the speed when you're in cruise control. This car has a fantastic cruise control, an adaptive cruise control that is better than so far any car I've driven that has adaptive cruise control. It really is quite good. So for example, while we're driving, let's say I want to go to the MGM in Las Vegas. All I do is press the right button here on the steering wheel, drive to the MGM Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh. So we pick the MGM Grand Hotel, calculates how far away it is, shows me the charging spots. So the other thing that it shows you is how long you're going to charge for. 30 minutes there, and then you'll make it to the next one. So that's pretty simple to use, and I just did it with just one press of a button. Very simple, but we're not going to go to Vegas tonight. We really don't want to go there because we're about to get on the highway, and I'm going to show you what this thing can do. One thing this car you do not worry about is getting on the highway. This car has fantastic acceleration and torque. And even when you're doing 65 miles an hour, if you have to pass someone, you just step on the gas and away it goes. So right now we're in the right lane doing 60 because of traffic. I'm going to put it on cruise control, which is just one tap down. So now it's on cruise control, but you see this gray steering wheel here? That means its autopilot is ready. So very simple to put on autopilot. I just tap the same lever 2 times. 1, 2. We are now on autopilot. No 10 and 2 on the steering wheel. My hands are off the wheel. And she is driving itself. The speed is set to 65, but the traffic in front of me is not quite doing 65. Pretty amazing to do this. Now it's going to come up with a sign in a couple of seconds saying you need to touch the wheel. I just want to show you just how long it takes before it asks me to touch the wheel. Tick tock, tick tock. Where's that Jeopardy theme when you need it? That's not the Jeopardy theme. Here it goes. So I don't know how long that was, but now I need to touch the wheel. Now it's flashing blue. So you could jiggle the wheel, and that says, oh, you're awake. It's that simple. Well, now the traffic has moved on, and I'm only doing 65. I'll go a little faster. So you just take this little button and roll it up to 69, 70 miles an hour. And just like that, the car will move up to 69, 70 miles an hour. Again, I'm not touching the wheel. Now the nice thing is I want to change lanes. Very simply, put the blinker on. I still look, but the car changes lanes on its own. It just changed lanes. I didn't do anything. So it's really amazing how cool this car works. It shows me coming up at the next exit is a charging station, and there's 6 available places to charge. So it's not only telling me that there's a charging station up ahead, but there's 6 chargers available for me. Maybe we should go take a look at what they look like and what it's typical to go to a charging station. We're just going to hop off here. So it tells you what's here at the charging station. It shows you when it's open, what they charge, because this is a Model 3, I have to be charged. And here's the kicker. Look at the idle fees. Bum, 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 $1 a minute? Holy crap, yeah. They don't want you going off and shopping and not coming back to your car for an hour. So they will penalize you big time if you don't get your car. Now, I get notices on my phone and on my iWatch that my car is 10 minutes from finishing, 5 minutes from finishing, your car is finished. So you want to make sure that you pay attention to that. So we're about to pull into a Tesla supercharging station, For the most part, they're really easy to use and they're always available. In all the years I've owned this car, I've only had 2 problems going to a supercharging station. One time, the map said there were 6 available chargers, but when I got there, those 6 chargers were actually broken, so they were unavailable. There was a short line, I think 3 or 4 cars ahead of me, so I had to wait, I think it was 20 minutes before I can get to a charger. But as soon as I did, I plugged it in and away I went. There was a Target right there, so my wife had already gone ahead to buy a whole bunch of stuff. And we came out about a half an hour later and the car was charged and, our pockets were emptied from shopping at Target. But for the most part, the Tesla superchargers are almost always available and always indicate what's available on the computer. Now, that was one of my earlier trips, so maybe that glitch has been taken out of the Tesla programming. So maybe now, if there is a broken charger, it doesn't say that it's not available. It just doesn't say it's one of the chargers. I'm not sure. That only happened to me many years ago, and it only happened to me once. A lot of times these charging stations are at shopping malls or close to coffee houses or restaurants. And we will back in and we will show you just how easy this car is to charge. So again, you hit your foot on the brake, up with the switch, and you just back into your spot. Put it in park by pressing this button right here. There we go. And I plugged it in. It's starting to charge. I can set my limits, so you can see how quickly it's charging. I just got a notification on my phone. Let's see if it says anything. Oh, look at that. It says that my Tesla is charging. Isn't that amazing? So it's already contacted me on my phone to tell me that we're charging. While we're waiting for charging, we can do some fun things like go to entertainment. Bink. Ooh, we could play a game. Let's see, what kind of game can we play? Oh, this is fun. Beach Buggy Racing. Play game. Beach Buggy Racing 2 by Tesla. You know what the fun thing is when you drive these little beach buggies, you actually have to drive the car. 3, 1, 0. Whoa, look at this. I'm not that good at this game. Okay, I think we've had enough of this game. Let's see what my phone indicated. It might say that I'm almost fully charged. Supercharging completed at 3:21, so we have to unplug or else I'll be charged. There's other things that you can do while you're waiting. We should show you. You could also entertainment. You have your choice of arcade or theater. I'd like to go to the theater. Thank you very much. Let's see. We have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, YouTube, Twitch, which I don't know, and Tesla tutorial. And let's say you have a dog in the car and you want to leave the car. You just hit doggy mode. It says doggy mode is enabled. I get out of my car because it won't kick in until I do. And then it says, my driver will be back soon. Don't worry, the AC is on and it's 69 degrees. Pretty cool. So those are some of the neat things that Tesla has for you. Put it into drive and away we go. Some things I don't like about this car, and one of them is the air conditioning control. Here's your temperature control. And then here's your fan control. You can set the fan high, low. You can adjust how it blows on you on the left side, on the right side. If you want to put the seat warmers on in the back, you can hit this button and put the seat warmers on. It's easy to do when you're stopped, but when you're driving, not as easy as you want. So navigation is great. The radio is great. You can listen to different stations. It's kind of streaming all the time. You can listen to your phone, your music on your phone, your Spotify on your phone. You can set Spotify up in the car. So there's a lot of great things you can do. The other nice thing, it has the glass roof, which makes it feel very roomy inside. The car is slowing down to get off the highway and taking me off the highway. It's telling me navigation is going to end, so I put it on when we got on the entrance ramp, and now we're on the exit ramp, and I'm still not touching the wheel, and we're going off the exit ramp. The car is slowing down to 30 miles an hour, all on its own. It's saying, you are done, you need to take over. So I'm grabbing the wheel. It's saying, take control, you need to take control. So I did, and it warned me. Very simple, very safe. One of the really cool things about this car is you're constantly getting over-the-air updates. But I just want to show you something. When you put your blinker on, it shows you the camera on the right side where that blinker is blinking to show you if that lane is clear or not, to show you what's in your blind spot. So I don't even have to look over my shoulder because the camera is showing me that there's nothing there. And then boom, we change lanes. It's really great when you're on the highway, and I just love it. And by the way, this is a brand new thing that just got added to my car. After 3.5 years, they update it and give me this cool thing. So another amazing thing about Tesla is when you need to have some repairs done to your car, they come to your house. Can you imagine? They just come right to your house and they do the repairs on your car. Pretty amazing. I don't know any other car company that does that. Pretty cool. If you ever do that electric go-kart racing, it's just like this car. It's instant torque, very quick, and handles really well. Just like this. I feel like we're the Jetsons, you know? I'm George Jetson, and we're driving in the future. Pretty cool. It's time for Everyday Car Guy's Report Card. First, let's talk about comfort. The Tesla Model 3 rides pretty good. It fits 4 adults, but squeezing in a 5th would be a bit uncomfortable. But that pretty much goes for all sedans. The front seat has ample legroom, the rear seat has good legroom too, but the tight suspension makes the back seat a little bouncy on rough roads. Overall, the car rides very well, so I'm giving it a B+ for comfort. Now for performance. I always rate the cars on everyday use. 0 to 60 is the most important performance element since we all have to get onto highways. The base model does 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds. Its torque also comes in handy when climbing hills or passing other cars. The car is also very responsive. Having a low center of gravity really makes you feel like you're glued to the road. The autopilot is amazing and really takes a lot of driving pressure off the driver, yet I never fully trust it and always keep a hand on the wheel and a keen eye looking at the traffic conditions. The car's off-the-line speed, married with the way it handles, makes me give the Tesla an A+ for performance. Economically, it's hard to judge the everyday cost of the Tesla Model 3. When brand new, it would go over 315 miles on a full charge. I have solar panels on my house, so the cost of charging the car is very minimal. The 300-mile range decreases range anxiety, yet it's always there with electric cars. When on a long trip, the computer does a fantastic job deciding where the best and quickest places are to charge. The Tesla Supercharger network is truly amazing, and there always seems to be a charger when you need it. Since the Tesla is not an internal combustion engine, there's very little maintenance, which also keeps the day-to-day costs down. Overall, I think the Tesla is an amazing car, and I give it an A+. Now for design. The interior design is clean and minimalistic. Tesla design seems to be from a computer company's point of view and not a large car manufacturer. There is a learning curve to all the ins and outs on the car, but once you know them, the car is pretty simple to drive. The exterior seems futuristic and yet has a beefy stance. The rear flared fenders makes the car feel more sporty. The large windshield and glass roof makes you feel like you're driving a spacecraft. This car is out of the future and is the one that I will compare all other cars to. Just being a Tesla, the car has a bit of the it factor. So for design, I give the Tesla Model 3 a solid A. So our Tesla Model 3 is an excellent student with an overall score of a solid A. Hey, thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this show, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more videos like this. Until next time, drive safely.